Hey, what is up guys, it's Yugioh here, and today's video is going to be a new spoiler video about the Extreme Force booster pack, and we are gonna have our TCG sneak peek in a while, so I would like to help you out with this sneak peek and tell you what cards and which cards are the best one to use in your sneak peek, and taking a look at the Extreme Force booster pack. So let's get started, and I hope you enjoy it. As you can see, this is the OCG version, but they will be kind of like the same here in TCG. So here we got Zombino, normal monster, which is 2k of attack, so not bad, using it as sneak peek for level 4. Then we got cards like Lockout Gardener, and our opponent's monster declares a direct attack. You can special summon this card from your hand in attack position, and if you do, it cannot be destroyed by battle during this turn. So with this effect, you can use it easily in your sneak peek, and it's a good card. You know, in a sneak peek, every card with this special summon is really nice, and then the other effect will be really harder to activate in a sneak peek. Then we got this Striping Partner. Cannot be normal summon or set, must be special summon by its first effect. If the activation of a monster effect that was activated on your field is negated, you can special summon this card from your hand, and it's gonna be pretty hard as well. And the statistics are not so good, so I don't suggest you to use this. Then we got the Flick Clown. If you control 2 or more Cyber's monsters other than this card, and you have no cards in your hand, you can pay 1000 life points to draw one card. So this is not good as well, I think. Then Beat Looper. You can send one level 2 or lower monster from your hand to the graveyard, special summon this card from your hand. This can be pretty nice actually, and it's got also a big booty, so a suggestive card. Then we got Belt Link Wall Dragon. When you link summon a monster, and this won't happen, so I won't continue. Later player can link summon monsters, so this is not a good choice for the sneak peek. Statistics are pretty bad for level 6, so not a good card. Then we got the Shot Rocket Dragon. When a link monster's effect is activated, so also this card won't be so good actually. The targets some face-up card, no. Then we got Metal Rocket Dragon. When a link monster's effect is activated, so once again here it will be hard to activate a card like this into the sneak peek. Then we got another level 4. This is a Flip Monster. You can special summon one Flip Monster from your hand or graveyard in face down defense position, except itself. So if you pull this one and another Flip Monster, it can be a good choice, also because of the 1800 of defense. Then we got a level 5. You can only special summon a card with this card's name once per turn. If you control a face down defense position monster, you can special summon this card from your hand in defense position. So this is pretty nice. It's pretty nice and usable, I think. If another monster is normal or special summon to a zone your opponent's link monster points to, while you control this face-up card, you can tribute this card, special summon one Tindangle monster from your hand or deck in face-up attack position or face-down defense position. So the second effect is not so good. Then we got a level 7. This is another Flip Monster. You can target one face-up monster on the field. Have this card gain attack equal to that target's original attack, then change the target to face down defense position. Each monster your opponent controls loses 1000 of attack for each monster it is linked to. If this card is destroyed by battle or by card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can target one face down monster on the field, change it to face up defense position. So pretty controversial. Then we got the Tindangle Apostle, another flip one. You can change up to 3 face down monsters on your field to face up defense position, so this won't happen, I think, into a sneak peek. Then level 6, another Tindangle Intruder, always flip monster. You can add one Tindangle card from your deck to your hand. When this card is normal summon, you can send one Tindangle card from your deck to the graveyard. If a monster is special summoned to your field in face down defense position, and this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card from your graveyard in face down defense position. So as I said before, any card that includes a special summoning effect, it could be nice into the sneak peek, so consider this one as well. Then we got Jack Knight of the Azure Sky, which is level 5. You can always special summon through his effect. If 2 or more cards are in the same column, you can special summon this card from your hand to that column. This is pretty good actually. I don't think it's bad. If this card is normal special summon from the hand, you can add from your deck to your hand Jack Knight monsters with different names equal to the number of the opponent's card in this card's column. So let's consider this one as well. Then we got Jack Knight of the Verdant Gale. You can always special summon through its own effect. If 2 or more cards are in the same column, you can special summon this one. So it's kind of the same. It's the same for this one, Jack Knight of the Amber Shade. Same special summoning effect, so it will be really nice. Then we got Jack Knight of the Golden Blossom. It is special summon in the same way, so you can consider all of them. But if the opponent knows that there are these Jack Knights into the sneak peek, it will probably not use the same column for spell, traps, and monsters as well. And you got to consider the usage of the spell and trap cards into a sneak peek. That is really low, not so much defining. So let's go on with the Crimson Lotus. Same way to special summon it, so consider it all the Jack Knights as well, because they all have this special summoning effect, so it depends on what you're trying to do. Then we got the War Legacy War Shield. While this card is in a monster zone, it's unaffected by activated effects from any monster that was special summoned from the extra deck. War Legacy cards you control in this card's column cannot be targeted by or destroyed by your opponent's card effect. Once per turn during the standby phase, if this card is in your graveyard, you can pay 1000 life points, special summon this card from the graveyard, then your opponent can special summon one monster from their hand or graveyard. So this got a special summoning effect too, but will allow also the opponent to special summon a monster, so consider this one, take a look at this one, and make your choice. Then we got the Magic Beast Jackal, level 1, and it's a pendulum monster. If you have no cards in your other pendulum zone, you can target one face-up card you control that you can place a spell counter on, destroy this card, and if you do, place one spell counter on that card. And the monster effect is each time a spell card is activated, place one spell counter on this card. When that spell card resolves, you can remove 3 spell counters from cards you control, then tribute this card, special summon one mythical beast effect monster from your deck except itself. So this includes a special summoning effect too, but you will need 3 spell counters, so it will be pretty hard. Then we got Magic Beast Garuda, Pendulum scale 4 and level 4 as well. If you have no cards on the other pendulum zone, you can target one spell trap on the field, destroy both that card and this card, so it can be nice. And the monster effect is when your opponent normal special summon a monster, you can remove 3 spell counters from this card and from cards you control, special summon this card from your hand, then return that monster your opponent summoned to the hand. Each time a spell card is activated, place one spell counter on this card when that spell card resolves. Then another Magic Beast Medusa. Nice artwork. If you have no cards in the other pendulum zone, so the same condition of activations of the previous one, you can target one monster in your graveyard that you can place a spell counter on, destroy this card, and if you do, special summon that monster, and if you do that, place one spell counter on it. So this is pretty nice if you got also the other one, if you're able to pull also the other Magic Beasts. And the monster effect is each time a spell card is activated, place one spell counter on this one. And once per turn during the battle phase, you can remove 2 spell counters from cards you control, then target one face-up monster on the field, half its attack defense until the end of the turn. Then we got the Basilisk, Pendulum scale 4 and level 4 as well. If you have no cards, the same way, you can destroy this card, and if you do shuffle into your main deck one face-up spellcaster pendulum monster from your extra deck other than this, and draw one card. And of course these are spellcasters. Each time a spell card is activated, you can place one spell counter. You can remove 3 spell counters from cards you control, return to the hand one mythical beast card that is either in your pendulum zone or face up in your extra deck. So recycling effect, but I think it won't be so effective into the sneak peek. Then we got the King Jackal, so the evolution of the previous one. Same activation, you can destroy this card, and if you do, special summon one face up mythical beast pendulum monster from your extra deck, except itself, so it can be nice. And the monster effect is each time a spell card is activated, you can place 2 spell counters on this card, so you can double spell counters. Once per turn, when your opponent's monster is activated, you can remove 2 spell counters from cards you control, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. Then we got Cerberus. Same way, you can destroy this one, and if you do, add to your hand one level 7 or lower mythical beast effect monster. And the monster effect is each time a spell card is activated, you can place 2 spell counters, while 4 or plus spell counters are on cards you control. This card cannot be destroyed by card effects. Once per turn, you can remove 4 spell counters to do other stuff, but it will be really hard. Then we got another artifact, a new artifact here. You can set this card, as you know, as all the other artifacts. During your opponent's turn, if this set card is in the spell and trap zone is destroyed and sent to your graveyard, you can special summon it. So consider this as well. If this card is special summoned during your opponent's turn, you can target one artifact monster in your graveyard. You cannot special summon monsters until the end of the next turn, except artifact monsters. Also special summon that target. So also here, if you pull multiple copies of this one, you can consider playing it. Then we got the Ungrappler. When this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, and it's kind of hard, you can target one monster in your graveyard, special summon it in defense position. So it's really hard here because you got only 100 of attack, but the effect of special summoning is really nice. So it depends on your strategy. Then we got Janshimatsu. What the hell is this? Once per turn, you can change this card to face down defense position, and it's got the flip effect. You can draw one card, then discard one card. And I don't think it's really nice, but it's got a big booty in defense, so it's playable. Then we got DD Pursuer. You can only use this effect once per turn. You can target one face-up monster you control, banish it until the end phase of the next turn. Okay. The Mikuratori. This card gains one of these effects depending on the main monster zone in which it is placed. Oh my god. If it is in the leftmost, this card gains 1000 attack and defense. In the rightmost, this card can make up to 2 attacks on monsters during each battle phase. If it's in the middle, this card cannot be targeted by or destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Otherwise, monsters this card's column cannot activate their effects. So, pretty interesting card, really special. Then we got this Mania Devil. Really nice artwork. When this card destroys a monster by battle, you can add one level 4 or lower beast monster from your deck to your hand. Pretty good. Then we got Denso Jijin Hell Kinesis. Data Transvatar What Kinesis. You can send this card from your hand or face up from your field to the graveyard, then target one monster your opponent controls, move it to one of your opponents and use main monster zones. So you can change the zone, but I don't think it will be so useful. Then we got Inspect Border. Huge stats. Let's see the effect. Cannot be normal summon or special summon while you control a monster, but can be normal set. Each turn, each player can only activate monsters' effects a number of times up to the number of monsters' card types among monsters on the field. So it's gonna be 1, I think. Then the new dinosaur, this is amazing for the dinosaur deck, but in the sneak peek I don't know. When your opponents activate a spell or trap card, you can destroy 1 dinosaur monster in your hand or field, and if you do, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. And if this card is sent to the graveyard by card effect, you can add 1 evolution pill spell card from your deck to your hand. So this is pretty huge in the dinosaur deck, True King dinosaur variants, but in the sneak peek you can use it for the stats, but nothing else. Then we got a new insect here, Maxi style, and the Contacting the Sea. So when your opponent normal special summons some monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand to your opponent's field in defense position. This card's controller cannot fusion, synchro, XYZ link summon except by using this card as material for that summon. So this is going to be pretty useless into the sneak peek. So that's it for the first part of the video. We are halfway. In the next part we will see the link monsters, spell cards and trap cards. So that's it for today. Let me know in the comments down below if you enjoyed this video. If you got some suggestions, comment down below, leave a like and subscribe to the channel to support me, and see you in the next one.